Well, hey guys, my name is Dominic, and at first you're not gonna know what this channel is. At first you're not gonna know what it is I'm trying to do. You're not gonna know the motivation on what I am trying to do. So let me be clear. This is called Sit Down with Dom. So you see that it's just me right now because unfortunately I couldn't get anyone on right now. But the basis of what I'm trying to do on this channel is seek out to the people that want to be heard. See, this channel is going to introduce you to real life experiences of what people have gone through their life. And mind you, anything that will be talked about will be agreed upon to the person that I will be either interviewing or just sitting down talking to, relating to, or just trying to exchange information so that we can all feel on the same level. Because at points in times in life, people feel that there's no one there for them. Because I will tell you, you are not alone. See, this world nowadays, a lot of people are very sad right now. It's a sad time in the world. Losing NFL players, losing celebrities, it's a bad time right now. As for me, unfortunately, I was in some relationship conflicts where I lost someone. And I know that it may not be the biggest problem of them all. It's honestly a thing what people call life. But you see, some people don't know how to open up and how to use those emotions amongst others. Well, you see, for me, I have different tactics of working on those ways. For me, I'll tell you my experience. So recently, I unfortunately I lost someone dearly. They're not dead, but they were someone that I loved very much. Throughout that time of loving, I wasn't the greatest person in the world. I was honestly very, very regretful for the things that I did. My actions were beyond the measures of not being a good person. And do I forgive myself? Unfortunately, I do not. The night that she told me that everything was over, I went my ways to crying, to weeping, and to looking to the sky and asking God why. You see, for me, I found God in a different type of way. I found him in a time where I was down in my own place. And mind you, I know there's people out there that don't have the same way of thinking. I know that they're not thinking like, oh, you know, is God real? Do I believe in God? It's okay. Because again, this is what I went through and this is how I fix my problems. You see, this is not only going to just be more about the Bible or be more about talking to God. This is also going to be something that you can just talk to freely, that you can come to an agreement with yourself and also hear out from others that have shared the same experiences. Because that's the goal of this channel. This channel is for you to learn and for you to realize like, man, I'm really not the only one who's going through this. Well, let me see what such and such has gone through. Let's see if it can match it with mine. Oh my goodness, we just had the same thing. That is crazy. Because that's what happened with me. Although the night that I was weeping and I prayed to God asking why is she gone? What did I do wrong? It was patience that happened. You see, he answered my questions. He didn't get to talk to me. God didn't use words. He showed me. I was shown what I did wrong. I was answered from God. Now, with that time, I just took all the time and thinking, what can I do? What could I possibly do? What is it that I, as Dominic, what can I do to help myself? Because I'll be honest, I was scared to go for help. I haven't gone for help. The only help that I ever gone to was just God. It was just God. And mind you, it worked for me. It may not work for everyone else. And that's fine. And that's completely fine. Because usually in life, there's usually someone that can relate to you in this world. There's usually someone that is going through the same thing you're going through. Either it being loss, either it being health issues, either it being mental issues, or it just grieving, or just not feeling so yourself. I want you to know that throughout this time, throughout this channel, I know that it's just a starting channel. I know I'm not a nobody, and I know I'm just a guy you would see on the internet and not recognize who is he. You're not gonna say, "Oh, I know him," or you're not gonna say like, "Oh, you know, he's from such and such." I'm a random person, and as a random person, I just want to preach, and I just want to help others because there was a moment in time where nobody was there to help me. There was a time in my life where it was just me by myself. And when I was by myself, I would burn my own bridges with people because I was just so sick of myself. I've gone through my depression. I've gone through times where I wanted to just go ahead and just leave this earth for good. And it's happened again. I've thought about these things. But you know what? I brought myself together and I went back to the person where I felt that I just lost a great relationship with, and that was with God. So when I continued praying, on the third day, when I got on my knees to pray, and this is around the time, I believe it was around sort of the afternoon, when I started praying, there was a presence. There was a presence talking to me. Somebody was there, putting their hand on my shoulder and talking to me, telling me that I'm going to be okay. You're going to be okay. And it made me feel that if I continue following scripture, if I continue following how to pray, if I continue talking to the Lord and talking to God every single day, that I will learn. Now, mind you, I may not be the wisest person in the room. I may not be the one who can honestly relate to everyone, because everybody has their own self-issues. But I just want to let people know that throughout this channel, you're going to learn. You're going to realize that you are not the only one who is going through mental health issues. You're not the only one who is going to be known to be depressed. You're not the only one. And if you feel you cannot express your words, it's fine. Because throughout this channel, you're going to be able to express your words to the comments. Although I may not be able to answer everybody, but if I just get a select few, it would be a beautiful opportunity for me just to talk to you. Because I wasn't perfect. Because I wasn't just a sweet soul at all. I've gone through all my trials and tribulations, and I still am. I'm still going through pain. I still have things going on in my life. It may not be the worst things, but I still have those issues that a lot of people feel that they don't think anyone else has. And I know it's easier said than done. It's easier to look at this, read and listen to this and feel so motivated, or maybe not even feel motivated at all. Because again, I know I'm somebody that may not be important to you, but I want to be somebody that's important to you. I want to build that relationship. And again, this is going to be a very small channel because I'm not a very popular person. So as today goes, there will be an episode coming pretty soon. It either would be just me by myself, or I would have a friend of mine who's by the name is Sergio. As some of the few new viewers are going to watch this and maybe see this, everyone knows who that is. But for the people that are newcomers and just going to realize who am I and who is that, you're soon going to learn on who Sergio is. Now, Sergio may not be the brightest person at times, but you know what? That's a brother of mine. That's a brother that I love every single day, and that I go out and make sure that he's doing well himself. And that's the thing. That's what brotherhood does. So, as that being said, let me just break down to you what's going to be happening. Although I touched on it in the beginning that we would be, it would be, sit down talks. It would be, reflections, maybe a few scriptures being read, maybe some Bible being included, maybe relationships with God, relationships with Jesus, or even just how to build those relationships with God and Jesus. And mind you, I'm a student. I'm still being a student. I'm still learning every single day like you are. So as we continue to go on with this year's journey, I pray that this conversation reaches a few amount of people and reaches a few amount of ears. Because I'd be more than willing to have people come down. Maybe we hop on a Zoom call, or maybe we just get together in person and we hop on a recording like this and we just talk. Because that is the goal that I have in mind, is that I want people to talk and be open about themselves. And I just want them to feel comfortable with who they are. And one thing I would like to note as well is that everything's going to be open. Comment section is going to be open. So if you feel free to say anything, that's fine. I will be more than welcome to go through anything to read and to honestly respond and be there for you guys. Because I think not a lot of people are capable of doing that, due to the fact that many people online that you see and that you go to are very mainstream. So this is a very small community. And maybe one day, if it becomes a little bit much bigger than what it is, maybe I can create something much more. So bear with me, as this is my first video. This is what you're going to see. There's not going to be no edits. There's not going to be no cuts. There's not going to be no montages. It's just going to be straight raw. It's going to be raw footage of just me talking to you. I may mess up. I may repeat things. And I feel that's fine. because that's what happens when you talk to somebody, and that's what happens when you're being very open to everyone. So, as I continue to tell you about everything that's happening in this channel, I hope and pray that everybody's going to have a beautiful day tomorrow. And I pray that everybody's going to be safe to wherever they go tomorrow, as well as their families. And I just thank you all for just, listening. If you did, if you made it to the end of the video to understand what is going on, trust me, the first episode will exactly be titled, "You Are Not Alone." Now, I'm not always going to be doing this, but this is just an introduction to my channel. This is an introduction for you guys to get to know me. And if you have any questions, ask away. I'm not going to be afraid to tell you who I am. But the thing is, are you going to be able to tell me who you are? Don't be afraid to do that, because I'm not a person to judge. You see, I once was when I was in high school. I now out of high school, I became a wiser adult, and I'm more than welcome to understand, and I'm more than welcome to hear you guys out. So, like I said, you're going to learn more about me. You're going to learn more about all the guests that I'm going to try to bring onto this channel. And you're going to learn about who they are, where they come from, and where their life started. So again, thank you if you listened through all the way. I would pray and wish for nothing for the best for everybody who took the time to listen. And I'll see you on the next one, guys. You guys have a beautiful day. Have a good one. And again, stay blessed and stay prayed up.